Rekha, you're going back?
Yes, Subhasree, thank you for having me here, and it has just been a wonderful journey. I'm just out of the MCB Center of Benevolence Scotland for all of you who are watching me now, and it's been a wonderful, wonderful experience. And I'm going back with a big, expanded, and enriched heart and my inner being.
But tell me a little bit detail. What did you expect when you came?
Actually, Subhashi, I had no expectation. I just wanted to flow. Everything happened very quickly, as I've been sharing with people. Everything happened so quickly, and during the Kumbh Mela, and before I knew what happened, I was here in London and then in Scotland, and the journey has been really, really beautiful. And I think it couldn't have happened but for Baba and Mohanji's blessings, because serving Baba at Mohanji's center in Mohanji's energy was just, I no words to describe it, but I can say divine.
Okay, let's have some gossip. Our favorite topic, gossip about Baba. Tell us more about what Baba was doing, all the naughty mischiefs and all his conversation, all his interactions. Tell us a little bit more and some maybe some examples.
Yeah, with Baba, it has always been an ongoing thing. And, when you enter the MCB temple, it's so beautiful. On one side, you have this old grandpa, this beautiful grandpa with a smile on his face and a twinkle on the other, in his eyes. And on the right side, you have our very, very beloved Mohanji in a little more stoic, but at the same time, that loving and compassion that flows, the love and the compassion that flows out of his eyes. So that is really beautiful. So I used to feel so protected there. In the front you have Shirdi Sai Baba, to the left you have Satya Sai Baba, and to the right you have Mohanji. So you're kind of engulfed in that energy. Okay, this is definitely not gossip, but it was so beautiful. And Baba would have this twinkle in his eyes, and when he knows people are coming there, somehow, believe me, that his smile would just widen, and sometimes he would be bursting into a big grin, and his eyes would crinkle.
How his eyes goes up and down.
Yeah, that's another amazing thing. I have actually pictures. When I write my blog, I'll put the pictures. But to tell you all the truth, the mornings, Baba is always in Shambhavi Mudra. Early morning and night when he's going to bed. What I mean by Shambhavi Mudra is the eyeballs have gone up into the eyelids. A little bit only you can see. I mean, this I really witnessed firsthand, so I have to share this. And there were times when, I would say, Baba, you're not looking at me. Baba, you're not smiling at me. Those kind of conversations would always go on. And then it's so beautiful that sometimes his eyes would just come to the center of the eyeballs would come to the center of his eyes. And beautiful, he'd be looking directly at you. There have been times when his eyes have turned a golden color. In fact, recently, Devi was also there with me, and I asked her, do you see that? And she also verified that it was like that, just during the anniversary celebrations that was happening. So it was so beautiful. And also sometimes, I don't know, I would see Baba moving, and I've seen some dirt on his foot at times in the night. When we come back in the morning after the night darshan, we come back in the morning, on his right foot there would be a little bit of dirt, like as though you walked barefoot on the ground, those kind of things. And with one wipe in the morning, it would go off. I would ask the priest to clean it, and the priest would do it. So I can't tell you. I can go on talking about it. So let's move on to something else. I won't
No, to be
stop.
honest, actually, this is the speciality, that it is not just a mere temple. Many, and it's not just one or two people that Baba speaks to. Baba interacts with everybody who has that bhav and who has that faith and belief. Once Baba speaks, Baba interacts, Baba communicates in many ways, and that's the reason why I asked you to speak about it. Everything that you notice, everything that you interacted. So,
Sometimes I've seen Baba's foot swollen, whatever reason it was, and then the next day it would go down. So, things like this, little things, if you really keep spending time with Baba, and I think the MCB Scotland is the best place for this. Lot of silence, lot of calmness and peace inside the temple. and you can just sit there for hours together and you'll not know how the time flies by. So
Hmm.
all these things we've seen, and many little miracles happen. I had some small wishes. I was just saying, okay, Baba, how am I going to, get over this? And it just happened. It just happened without my having to say anything. And I remembered what Mohanji said in yesterday's satsang about surrender. Surrender it to Baba, don't look back, and it happens. And that has happened many times at the MCB for me. Some personal stuff also. So I don't want to go into those details, but it has happened.
And how did you feel about being in Mohanji's home? It's Mohanji's place, his energy. So how did you feel about that?
That was my topmost priority, Subhasree. When I went into the MCB Scotland, my only thought was Mohanji has given me a chance to serve him in his home. What better way to do it? And he would also want, I'm sure, to take care of Baba in all the ways possible. And working there, doing things which I don't like doing. For instance, cooking, cleaning is something I do not enjoy, and I did it all the time. And it was a joy. There was a singing in my heart because I was doing it for Mohanji in his house. It is his house, his presence, his energy, and you could feel it. And there were times when I was really, really down. It can happen, okay? That place sometimes it can happen that probably some clearing or cleansing or whatever, or maybe, I was just down for no reason. But thinking about Mohanji and walking into that temple and just crossing that threshold, I have told all the people who have come there, just crossing and entering that, put one foot into that temple, and these things just vanish. Nothing seems to matter, and you get into that energy.
And how about those, Datta's people, and those birds, and the pheasant, and
Ah,
the deers, and the rabbit?
that was exciting because each time we have Aditi and Chris also staying there. We have seen suddenly in at the MCB you don't have many crows, for example, okay. And there was this, especially during the anniversary celebrations, those 3 or 4 days, there was just one crow constantly coming there cawing, and it would circle the house. It was very strange because I've stayed there for 3 months, and in the 3 months, I've not heard the crows cawing like this. And then we had this little rabbit or hare, whatever you want to call it. He would be scuttling around everywhere. And during Mohanji's Aarti and during the Aarti time at the temple, he would come in the evening. He would sit there
And watch.
and watch. So in fact, we had this joke going on that he's an apprentice, getting trained to do the Aarti.
Apprentice priest.
Apprentice priest.
Amazing.
This was one. And even, the little birds, there have been a couple of incidents where, two birds have just come and died at Tata's feet. These were something like, imagine a couple of birds coming and they died there, and we have to bury that. It was simply mind blowing because I felt moksha for these two birds. And small things like that, and two tiny deer coming there, and they were happily eating the bird feed. And there
Don't
was,
forget your pheasant.
yeah, that's what I was coming to that next. Mr. Pheasant, he was, we had this laughter going on always because if Mr. Pheasant accepts you, he will eat from your hand. So that means you're officially inducted into the MCB.
Officially inducted into
Official.
MCB.
And he would come, it was amazing because he would come and he will wait. Once I was doing Monji's Aarti in the puja room, and this guy was hungry, and he saw Chris going to the temple to do the Aarti at the temple. He waited near the temple, but he didn't know that Chris would take 30 minutes, 40 minutes to come out because the Aarti is so long. But Mohanji's Aarti at the temple, at the puja room, takes 5 minutes. So then he came there and he looked into the window at me, and he just cawed or crowed 2 times, and he waited. I finished the 6 minutes aarti. I took it around to the house, and then I put it all down, and I went out for almost 9 minutes. He was waiting there. Then I fed him. He ate 3 handfuls because he was so hungry, and then he went away. It was so beautiful. These, I don't think they are just mere birds or mere animals that come there. I definitely feel they are some masters who are there, divine beings.
No, 100%, definitely. So I know you have so many stories. Every day has been,
Yeah.
an experience. And but when you're going back after 3 months, of course, with all these experiences and energies, what is that one, important thing that you take back?
I'm feeling actually very enriched. And even here, I've just come to London, and we've had group gatherings continuously since come here, and we traveled through a few places in Scotland, and then came here. Amidst all that noise, I'm carrying back that stillness that Mohanji talks about, and also I feel that I'm somehow energized in a way, because when I was there, I was just going through the motion of the MCB routine, taking care of things, serving Baba, and we had all the events, serving and doing all the seva activities there. But now that I'm out of the MCB, I just realized that there is a complete transformation happening. Some rewiring has taken place, absolutely, and I'm constantly feeling the silence within, deep stillness and silence. And another funny thing is, after 3 months of waking up at 4:30, whenever I wake up in the morning, whether it's 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m., or I mean, especially during the Aarti times, 5 to 5:30 is the time when we get ready and prepare for the Aarti. 6:15, 6:30, whichever Aarti song is going on at that particular time, if it is 6:15 or 6:20, that starts playing in my head. That is the kind of tuning in that happens when you are at the MCB.
Amazing. I think many people will feel jealous of you now.
I
Oh,
hope not. I hope not. But you know what, Subhasree, I want to tell anybody who can make it, at least for a month, just come and experience energy. Come and experience Mohanji. Mohanji's presence without presence. Seriously, I'm telling you, every place I would feed that. When I was feeding the birds, that was another beautiful activity. Every morning, feeding the birds, I would feel Mohanji. Datta's place, I would feel Mohanji. With Baba, I would feel Mohanji. It was that beautiful. And the
amazing.
peace that is there. And Chris used to always share it with me, he used to say, not just the temple, the entire place, the energy of Baba is spreading. And believe it, again, I'm going back to the topic. When we have guests coming from Aberdeen to the temple, Baba's smile would have widened. Before they came in, he would have a big wide smile.
He definitely loves to have people. He
Yeah.
loves to have guests. These are his people. That is why he chose this place, of course.
And another
But
serious thing I wanted to tell you, when Monji was having this problem with this Bell's
yes,
fallacy, Baba was serious for 2 days. He was not smiling. He was absolutely not smiling.
how can he smile? His face was.
His face was, it was
Yeah.
very serious, and because you can see the hollows of Baba's cheeks. And when he smiles, how your cheeks fill out and you can't see the hollows. It used to be like that. So you could see the depth, the sides of the cheeks had gone completely in, and his face had a slight inverted U, and the
Mm,
lips, I would say. That is,
wonderful.
this is how I feel. I mean, believe it or not, and you can come and experience it yourself for you to know.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure this is. Thank you for sharing, because this will definitely inspire everybody to experience themselves what it is to feel and be in Mohanji's space. And of course, Baba Scotland Baba is very special. I think, yeah, we thank you so much, and we would like to invite you again, welcome
Thank
you
you.
in MCB Scotland in London, of course. But
And
thank
I
you for being
actually
with
want
us.
to take this chance to thank the entire UK team, starting with Vijay Bhai, Subhasree, of course. She was instrumental in my coming here, and Chris and Aditi for all the comfort, company, and support. Shama, Jay, Vignesh Anna, if I missed out anybody, Rashila, Preeti, anybody, everybody, and I've made so many friends here, and the love and warmth that I've received, I did not feel that I was away from home. It just felt so natural. In fact, a couple of people who were visiting, they even commented on it. They said that you don't seem so out of place at all. I said, yeah, how would I feel? There was so much love, so much support. I didn't feel
It
out
is
of
your
place at
house,
all.
of course, it's your
Yeah.
home, it's all our home, it's Mohanji's family, global family, not just UK family. So you
Indeed.
are welcome always, and so is everyone of Mohanji family. You're always welcome. So thank you for sharing, and lovely to chat.
Thank you, Subhasree. Thanks a lot. I'm surely going to write about this soon. Lots of
Yes.
things when it comes up. So you can expect a blog soon from me. Thank you all. Thank you for
Thank you.
listening.
Lots
And
of
thank
love.
lots of love.